By the way, I just want to start this video out by saying, yes, the Adept review of Plug 1 is coming. I have tried out so many roles. I've been very impressed with this fusion rifle. But let's get back to the topic of today's video, which is cheating inside of Destiny 2. Probably one of our favorite topics. Now, we've gone through all kinds of stuff in regards to cheating. We went to the Perfect Game forums. We've seen litigation getting pushed on Bungie's end. We're still asking for a proper anti-cheat. However, obviously anti-cheat is working, at least on some levels, which actually takes us to this tweet right here by Bakken yesterday. Now, Bakken Gangster is a YouTuber. You've probably seen many of his montages. He's pretty cracked, but now you're about to know why. Essentially, he tweeted out that he just got banned in D2 for the second time with no explanation, and that this is kind of ridiculous. I'd like some people at Bungie to look into it. There's no way I get banned when I see mad cheaters play for months. Okay, already, I just want to point out, when he says there's no way I can get banned when I see mad cheaters play for months, that's crazy to me. That's like someone saying, yo, I was just dealing in some icky just once, and you bust me when everybody else is dealing icky. Now, DMG replied by saying that bans are not issued without reason. Team has validated this action multiple times thanks to anti-cheat detection and investigation. For additional info, I recommend reading our account restrictions and banning policies page on Bungie.net. Now, pretty open shut, right? For the most part, Bakken accused of cheating. I'm not even sure what the first ban was even about. Regardless, this was the second ban. And you had a lot of people, even people on my own Discord, come into Bakken's aid. Obviously, folks that are big fans of his YouTube videos. And again, I too enjoyed his videos, although most of his videos were just like little small clips, little small cut-ups. You couldn't see the entire match. So you really couldn't conclude a lot. Now, the reason why this piqued my interest is because Lucky actually had Bakken in Discord. He talked to him, essentially asking Bakken what this is all about. Did he perhaps play with a cheater this past weekend in Trials? And was that actually it? Which Bakken concluded that could have been it. He could have been playing with someone who was cheating inside of Trials, and maybe that's what flagged his account. Now, granted, walking away from that video, I was like, okay, maybe there is a mistake on Bungie's end, which is why Bakken proceeded to comment at 9 o'clock last night that he would like to see proof of what he was doing that resulted in this ban, because as of right now, this is baloney. Well, DMG just decided to roll his sleeves up this morning and go ahead and end this man's career, and I mean literally. Following up, took some time to triple check this with the security team. We have detected 2 accounts under your ownership using cheat suites while playing Destiny 2, and have banned 4 accounts in total, includes ban evasion. This is our final communication on this matter. Holy hell. Fellas, this isn't just like some nobody. This is someone who was making content regularly, who was in a number of clans inside of Destiny 2, who was known to be one of the best players in the game. This blows my mind because I feel like I got a pretty good nose for this kind of stuff, that I can see it. Like, normally if I look at a clip, even if they're not even aimbotting, just tracing people through walls, you can immediately pick up if someone is wall hacking. This is concerning to me though, because I never even recognized this. Now, granted, we rarely got to see full matches, and that's why streams, it's so much harder to hide it if you're streaming, because people see the entire match. But not only that, the fact that Bungie was able to detect 2 accounts that were utilizing this cheat suite tells me that Bungie's anti-cheat is detecting what it's supposed to be detecting. It's detecting cheats and detecting it across multiple accounts. And the fact that they were actually able to link these accounts together is quite impressive. Now, immediately this kind of like sparked amongst fans of Bakken why he would be targeted over other cheaters, more blatant cheaters, which I agree, all cheaters should be dealt with. But understand, if you're gonna make content on this game, YouTube, streaming, whatever, you will be in the bullseye way more than anyone else. Rightfully so, you're representing the game when you put out content, which is why if you plan on being a content creator or a streamer, don't cheat, man. Like, I don't know if there's even a desire to cheat. Like, to me, it's fake. It's not even real gains. How can you leave a match going, hell yes, I did that when it was aimbot that carried you? That's not a flex, man. This is surprising to me on so many levels though, because again, I have to go back and question who is trustworthy. And last year, I remember I put out a tweet that was like, yo, everyone is cheating but me. And I was just memeing. Like, I was really just trying to crack a joke because everybody was getting accused of cheating. But at this point, I'm starting to wonder, who can you trust? Now, somebody's already starting the conspiracy theories. One person asking why DMG just couldn't just come out and say this in the first place. Listen, I gotta give it to Bungie on this one. Despite Bakken cheating, they didn't put him publicly on blast. Matter of fact, if Bakken would have stayed quiet and never said anything, Bungie probably would have never disclosed that his accounts were banned. It wasn't until Bakken actually put out the clip of him showcasing that he got banned that Bungie felt like they had to retaliate here. And even after retaliating and confirming why he got banned, you can see see that they were still trying to allow him to kind of save some of his dignity. Like, looking at Bakken's tweets, man, had he just been quiet and not said anything, but he kept pushing the envelope. Hence why DMG and Bungie finally disclosed all of these details. Now, I'm not saying that people in the game have not been wrongfully banned. Maybe there's been some mistakes, but if there's one thing I can say about Destiny 2's PvP as a whole, is that more bans should be issued, without a doubt, over less bans. And you notice this when we went from Battle.net to Steam. Instantly, everybody was a god in this game. Look, I'm not messing with you fellas. Back in BNet, you were going up against good players, but for the most part, everything was pretty level. Maybe it was the matchmaking, could have been, but when we got to Steam, it was like, holy hell. You would go back and you would look at players and the record, and they would go from like a 0.5 KD to a 2.5, 3.5 or higher. You're like, what the hell did they eat? And then when Trials came out, oh, that went crazy. Suddenly, everyone was a god. Not only that, folks that had terrible KDs inside of Quick Play suddenly found themselves being S tier inside of Trials. That doesn't make any sense. So overall, Bungie's anti-cheat could be working better. And I do suspect a very large amount of players inside of Destiny 2 are cheating. Now, currently, there's been some rumors of some change. Maybe it's already been implemented and maybe this is how they caught Bakken. But supposedly, Bungie has made a breakthrough in their anti-cheat for Destiny 2. Now, look, we've been saying this for a long time, and I'm not trying to get anyone's hopes up, but at this point, hope is all we got. When you have content creators, as known as Bakken, getting busted for cheating after playing with all of us for years, I've even played against Bakken, it leads me to question everything. So, my suggestions for you guys, find out who your friends are, whoever you play with. If you got that one friend that barely pops off inside of Quick Play when you're just playing casually together, but is suddenly a young god inside of Trials, you may want to start questioning George. Don't harass George, but you may want to start questioning him. And if you see repetition in this, where he suddenly gets cracked every time you go down a few rounds inside of Trials, distant yourself. Report him, but also distant yourself. Because as of this moment, it seems like Bungie is starting to hit Fireteam members alongside cheaters. And I'm not saying that everyone is guilty, because there are some people that are just like, yo, I don't know what it is. Bob just gets really cracked every time we go down a round inside of Trials. He always seems to know where the enemies are. If that seems to happen more than once, find an exit point, my friend. Get out of that fire team, because it appears Bungie is cracking down. As a content creator, this has to happen. And even though it's crazy, it's not necessarily scary if you don't cheat. I say for my content creators that are sweating right now, I have to ask, why are you sweating, man? Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.